Hello and welcome back to Justin Low Stocks. So today I wanted to do a different video going through my morning process of how I get ready to day trade. So when I began day trading itself, you just sort of need to work on and build up the experience with it. So it's like anything. If you play a sport, you got to play it 5 times a week, 2 hours a day. And you just got to put in the time, and you end up building the experience, and you end up building your skill level. It's the exact same with trading. You need to just spend time and hours doing it to get better and to develop your skills at trading. But the thing that is often forgotten about is how to find the stocks that you trade, how to prepare and plan for your trading day. You don't want to wait till the market opens and then be scavenging around looking for what stocks you should be trading. So in this video I'm going to go over what I do in the mornings when I trade, just to basically set yourself up for when the market does open. So I'll show you here how my morning starts. So first off, this thing I'll only do if the previous day's been a bit quiet, or if I had to go to bed early because I had to get up for work earlier the next morning. It's more you look at the previous day's big movers. So when you do this, it's called looking up continuation plays, which is when a stock ran big on the previous day, there's a good chance if there was good news with that stock that it could spike again the next day. So basically have a 2-day run. And when the stock breaks the highs of the previous day, it'll then ramp up for another big percentage gainer. So first of all, you just type in FinViz. It's just a website. It's a free stock screener. You can get premium, but I've never bothered to do that. So yeah, once you click on FinViz, it'll open up to the main page, which is here. Alright, so what you do is you go on Screener, and then you click on under the Signals tab, you click here and you go to Top Gainers, and this will show you all the gainers of the previous day. So in this case, it's the previous day's trading was last Friday. So you can see here the stocks. It'll show you the ticker symbols, which is the code you put in to your platform to find the stock. The company name, it shows you all the basic information on it. But this is what you're looking at here. So you got the top one is a 50% gainer just on Friday alone. So this is, like I said, 1 day. This isn't over a period of a month, it's 1 day. So it's 50% gainer on Friday with 10.6 million volume, 10.6 million shares traded, which is your volume. And then you just go down the list. It has them in order for you already. So, and if you hover over the ticker, you can see the chart. So it just gives you a little bit of a snapshot of it. So that's one place you can start. So if I click on snapshot here, this will give you, show you a bit more of the chart. So it shows you all the big gainers of the day. Like I said, I only really do this if the previous day was a bit quiet or I had to go to bed early, because a lot of the time the stocks that are spiking up on the day just tend to have more volume and will make larger moves. But this is, like I said, if it's quieter. So if you have time, that's a great place to start. And anyone can do it. Like you know, it doesn't matter what broker you use. It's just a website. You can go on it. Anyone can go on it, and it's free, which is always great. Love free stuff. So now I'll go and show you the next thing that I do. Okay, so the next thing I do is I open up my broker, which for me is Interactive Brokers. Personally, I find them the best broker. I haven't used a whole heap, so I really don't fully know. But from the 3 or 4 brokers I have used, they've been by far the best and most suitable to day trading. So this part, within Interactive Brokers, there is a scanner, which is the stocks that have moved the most. At the moment, it looks really different because all the markets are closed, but leading up to pre-market, all these will be, you know, green with values on how much a stock is gapping up. It'll have the volume, how many shares have been traded, and then here's a good tab that Interactive Broker shows too, which is shortable shares, which is all your short selling. So I don't think I've spoken about that yet, but you can't short sell every stock. There needs to be shares available to short sell, and this is where you see how many shares are available to short. So like this stock here, ABIL, no matter what, I can't short that because there's no shorts available. But anyway, this is a good way to find the biggest moving stocks, because the biggest moving stocks will automatically be placed up near the top, and you can then click on them. So you'll be able to click on the top stock, which would be the biggest moving stock, click on it, and then you can bring up, you know, your 1 minute candle chart or your daily candle chart, or both at the same time, whatever you prefer, and then you can look at how the stock's been moving, and you can go back and analyze it. And I normally get up about 20 minutes to half an hour before fuller trading day begins. So within that pre-market time is when you start making all your plans, because you already have the stocks that are gapping up on the day. They gap up pre-market, which is before the market opens. So you can get an idea of what stocks you're going to trade before the market actually really does open at 11:30 Australian time. So yeah, that's what I do. When you do click on a stock, however, it's important to then go check if there's news on it, because if a stock is ramping up or drastically falling and there's no news, it's not a reliable, doesn't indicate a reliable direction that stock's going to continue going. You know, if a stock explodes by 100%, you know, and there's no news, you're going to be like, why is that? If there's nothing has happened on this stock, why have people been buying it and it's doubled in value? You never know. Majority of the time it will have some news. So the way I find the news is, again, I open up Google and I type in Market Watch. Again, this is a free website where you can just go in and you can find out valuable information on stocks. So in this case, I'm going to use stock I traded last Friday. So the bloody thing closes. So I'm going to use VIVE here. So opens up, it'll tell you the price. Another valuable thing to look at is the float. So that shows how many shares are available to trade publicly. So with a stock, there are private owners which may be working within the company or whatever, but they're privately owned, not publicly traded on the stock market. This public float here is how many shares are available to trade between the general public, and it relates a lot with supply and demand. So if you've got 28.3 million shares available, that's a decent amount of shares. If a lot of people want them, the price won't get boosted up too much, because there is 28.3 million shares you can buy. If the float is 5 million shares, for example, it means the company shares are going to be, if a lot of people want to buy them, it's going to easily trade over 5 million shares on that day, and that'll just create a ramp up. I'll go into that in another video, however. But yeah, this is a good place to start. So yeah, you put in your ticker name, ticker symbol up here. You come down towards the bottom and it'll show the news of the stock. So here is where you can see why the stock is gapping up for whatever reason. So on Friday, oh no, not on Friday, back in May 11, this VIV went down 30%, and it was on due to the quarter results of the company. So there must have been bad results, company didn't make enough money, or it made less than it was expected to, so that is the reason why it dropped 38% on May 11. And you get all sorts of different news, like contract wins, or a company's bringing out a new product, and all of these things factor into why the company either gains a lot of value or loses a lot of value. So yeah, these are the main things I do before I start trading stocks in the morning. Just wanted to show you because it's not really spoken about too often. And yeah, so it's a good place to start. Just start paper trading to begin with, so you don't lose your actual money, because it does take a while to learn how to trade. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.